Hi, I'm Mike Reilly, and today we are here at the Journey into Nyx pre-release in Orlando, Florida at Cool Stuff Games, and we have decided to do a sealed deck tech today. The color I chose for the pre-release was green, the Forged into Pursuit pre-release pack, and while green isn't always my favorite color in Limited, usually it lacks some removal other than fight effects, it is my favorite color overall, so I decided if I was going to get one shot to do it, I would go ahead and pick green. Not like Chris Fennell, don't love green and Limited all the time, but I know that he does, and I said, well, I guess we'll try it out. So I went ahead and put together what ended up being kind of a dredge list. If you look, I opened a lot of graveyard interaction effects. So what ended up happening was I said, well, we can go ahead and try that out. I have 2 Ritual to Return. I can bring back some beefy guys, so we'll see how it works out. To start, one of the things that really had me start considering the archetype was that I opened a Nighthowler, which is a rare from Theros, and then I also opened a Nyx Weaver, which is one of the new cards from Journey. And it, although you only have so many cards, only have 40 cards in Limited, I figured I could fade enough of it, enough of the mill to warrant being able to put some good creatures in the yard that I would want to either get back or feed Nighthowler. So I said, okay, well, I see the interaction between these two. I have 2 of this new card called Ritual to Return, which I think is very good and Limited. It doesn't reanimate the creature exactly, but what it does do is it brings big stuff back. And a lot of times at instant speed, that's all that matters. So it kind of acts as some, a trick to be able to block with a big creature, or surprise them at the end of turn and bring back a big guy and then attack for the win. That happens. So I think there's a very strong effect at instant speed. And when I saw I had 2, I said, oh, well, we'll try it out. So as I went further in, I said, could I make this deck work? I started to see cards like Returned Reveler, which is a new card from Journey as well, and that is another effect that when it dies, it puts stuff into the graveyard. So that would help me either feed Nighthowler or be able to feed a Ritual Return cast. Also, we have a card that's very popular in the Dredge constructed deck, which is the Satyr Wayfinder, which also has that same type of effect, which will put creatures in the graveyard. So, you can end up having a really big Nighthowler really early in the game. Now, while that whole effect and that whole theme is cute, I wanted to make sure that if I didn't have those cards that interacted with the graveyard, if I just didn't happen to draw them, that this deck wouldn't be just bad. So I looked at what else I could throw in. I looked at just the overall good cards, good quality creatures, good quality spells, and I found obviously the pre-release card's very good. The Heroes Bane, it can get out of hand really fast if it's not handled. Nessian Asp, probably one of the best easily one of the best commons in the set and the block. And then some other value creatures like this Tribute guy is pretty good. You can pop a land or pop an enchantment or something like that. And then I also opened the Hydra Broodmaster, who's very strong too if he goes unchecked. So having some of the big, powerful, impactful creatures on the high end, and also some bestow intimidates to get these guys through, to give them some evasion. Having that all on the high end and finding the 2 ramp creatures here, I felt that it would be very capable of getting to a really strong late game early, or having the combo of those graveyard effects and then be able to have really powerful stuff going on early in the game as well, even without the ramp or without necessarily some of the big drops. So if we look at some of our, it does lack a removal a little bit, but as our pseudo removal here, we do have a little package here at the 3-drop slot. We have Consign to Dust, which now that there are so many enchantment creatures and there are so many bestow creatures, a lot of times this will 2-for-1 and hit creatures, and it also hits artifacts. So there's some artifact creatures out there. It's a very good card. I can see why they put it at the uncommon slot. I did 2-for-1 somebody at 6 with this and killed 2 creatures. Also, then you have Nyx Infusion here. I really like this one because it can put you in a situation where it makes something like Cavern Lampad bigger, or the Nighthowler, obviously, so it can serve as pump, or it can actually serve as removal, which a lot of times that's what's going to happen. So it's very good. It's very, versatile spell. And then you have Necrobite here, which I'm just a big fan of. A lot of times you'll get value out of it and end up killing one of their biggest threats because your guys are so big they have to block, and if they expect a trade, then all of a sudden they're not trading. You're up a guy and then their guy's dead. So and also can save it from certain cards from removal. So I'm 2-0 right now. I really thought it was cool that I was able to put together something that all worked together, especially because I actually have the temple, the black-green temple too. So it really kind of tied everything together as far as the mana was concerned. And we'll see how it ends up going. But I mean, the All-Stars have really been Ritual's fantastic, and obviously limited superstar. Nessian Asp's great, and Nighthowler, constructed superstar Nighthowler was fantastic too. So the deck's been very good for me, and we'll see if I can go 4-0 with it. But thanks a lot. This has been Mike Reilly from Cool Stuff Games in Maitland, Florida, and we will see you next time.